Hello guys, Crispy here and welcome back to another video. With this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing the GeForce GTX 1066GB in Cyberpunk 2077 once again, this time utilizing FSR 2.0. Now yes, I said Cyberpunk instead of Cyberbug because a lot of you actually get mad at me because I say Cyberbug, but I just encountered too many bugs, you know. Anyways, this one is the Gaming X version of the card from MSI. It comes already overclocked out of the box. I'm not pushing it further. As you can see right here, we're running it with the latest Nvidia drivers 516.59 at the time of recording this video, and you can check out all of its specs here in Tech Power-Up's GPU-Z. Again, 6GB of GDDR5. Over on the left, we're pairing it today with a Ryzen 7 5700G and 16GB of RAM, 3200MHz. Let's get into the game now, shall we? And let's go for the settings first. I'm playing at 1080p resolution, but we're also going to test this one at 1440p, 4K, and 8K resolutions. Of course, the higher resolutions will definitely need some FSR to make it playable. Low settings to start this off, high textures because it does not consume more than 6GB using high textures, and if it does, it doesn't really affect performance, and this is it. DLSS is actually the FSR 2.0 setting in this game because we are utilizing the mod, so I can actually enable it. As you can see, you can't enable the actual DLSS with a GTX card, of course, and over in the gameplay tab, these are the settings. Crowd density set to medium, and let's do this. First of all, let's play it without any FSR just to see how the 1060 handles the game like this. It is playable, but it isn't 60 FPS, you know, and you might want 60 FPS, especially if you have a 1060, because you can play a lot of other games with 60 frames per second. So it's a little bit of a shame that in Cyberpunk 2077, see guys, I said Cyberpunk again, I'm so proud. You can't really get 60 plus, even at low settings in 1080p resolution, but hey, at least we got FSR 2.0 to save the day, which looks amazing from what we've seen in other videos that I made, and it performs really well, of course. So let's just, oh god, oh boy, alright, I forgot how to drive, guys. I went on vacation and now I'm back to this game and I totally forgot how to drive. I wasn't really good at it before I went into vacation, but yes, now I'm even worse. Anyway, it drops into like the lower 40s, I guess. I didn't really pay too much attention to that because I was busy wrecking my car. But let's go to the more intensive street in this game to see how much it will drop there. Oh boy, it actually hit some people there with the fence. This is interesting. All right. I'm fine. It's all good. It's all good. Let's go. Can we see Roach, actually? I know there is a Roach in this game, guys. It's a car, because Roach from the future is a car, basically. Alright, this is it, guys. It drops to 41 frames per second there. It's not unplayable, you know, by any means, but I just expect a little bit better performance coming from a 1066GB model. And you can, of course, overclock it a little bit, extract like 4 to 5 more FPS, so keep that in mind, but it won't really make it 60 plus all of the time, unfortunately. So let's stop it right there. And let's go back to the video settings, or graphic settings actually. Go down here, enable DLSS or FSR 2.0 on quality and apply that. Now, this is looking pretty much the same as native resolution, maybe a tad bit softer, but you actually do have more detail if you use this setting. And now we're in the 60s. That is pretty damn good, isn't it? You can in fact play this game with the 1060 now, and at 60 FPS on average at least. It's not gonna be 60 plus still. You gotta drop the FSR setting a little bit further to achieve that, but you know, in a first-person single-player game like this one, where it's not always first-person, I think it is okay to get 60 on average. It certainly feels a heck of a lot better. Damn it, I think they're gonna explode my car. It feels a heck of a lot better than 40-something FPS. Let's get out, get out, get out, me! God damn it, you stupid... Okay, let's do it again. Anyways, if it is a little bit soft to you guys, you can always increase the sharpness here by a little bit. It doesn't really affect your FPS, and it will make it look a tad bit sharper, like native resolution, but it still gets a little bit more detail than native resolution, which is insane. And yeah, let's get to that intensive area once again, now that the police aren't after us. How do I even manage to be so bad? driving. I mean, the physics in this game and the driving mechanics aren't really the best, honestly, but I still surprise myself on how bad I am, you know. Let's kill Bob again. There we go. Where did he go? Oh my gosh, he's still falling there. Okay, and he's not dead. He's not... Okay, maybe he's dead now? I don't know, he's clipping into the ground there. No, Bob is not dead. This one died instantly, but Bob is still alive. I think he died now. Okay, everything is fine. I really want to go to that demanding street now. I don't want to die here again. Kind of in a race against this guy right here. Is it Roach, by the way? Is it Roach? I didn't really see how much it dropped there, by the way, but it should be fine, right? It feels smooth enough for a very playable experience and enjoyable one. So there's that. Now, if you want a little bit more performance, you could always try balanced FSR 2.0. It still looks pretty good, but now you can see a lot more shimmery edges, especially at the distance. But I guess in a native 1080p monitor, a smaller monitor, it will actually look really good still. So no problems there. It's probably not enough for 60 plus FPS all of the time yet, but it is getting really damn close. It didn't drop yet, did it? Yeah, now it can actually touch the 70s. And, oh god, okay, alright, it's all good, it's all good. Let's go this way. Okay, there we go. 70s here. That's really nice, actually. But, of course, as we approach Bob's area, it starts to drop a little bit. Bobby's there again, isn't he? Yes, he... Fly away, buddy. Fly away. Okay. Actually, it's performing pretty well. Stop shooting at my car. I can't get out. Dudes. Oh, my God. It's so annoying, this game, sometimes. Okay. All right. The bugs are just ridiculous. But it's still Cyberpunk. Okay, it's not Cyberbug. Don't crucify me. Let's go. Let's go. It's not dropping here, surprisingly. I actually thought it would. So it only dropped once so far. Maybe this is, in fact, the 60 plus FPS experience. I wouldn't really lower the FSR 2.0 setting from balanced at 1080p res. So there's that. But I'm really curious to see how it performs using FSR 1.0. So let's turn this one off and turn on FSR 1.0 on ultra quality. Everything below ultra quality will look really bad. This instantly looks way softer. And it's kind of performing the same as 2.0 on quality, isn't it? I expected it to be better in terms of FPS in FSR 1.0, so... Yeah, I don't really recommend you to utilize this one. Go ahead and install the mod and, yeah, have fun with 2.0, because it looks a heck of a lot better than this. Now, I want to see another thing as well. I want to enable this on quality again. And enable some motion blur, because somebody told me that motion blur gets rid of the ghosting effects behind the car. And just want to check it out, you know. It kind of does, right? Seems like, oh gosh, the implementation of FSR 2.0 was on top of motion blur, with motion blur enabled. And it kind of does get rid of the ghosting effect. There's still a little bit of it, but not as much as with motion blur disabled. It's actually almost not noticeable like this. It was really, really noticeable with motion blur disabled. But I will still disable motion blur because I actually prefer it still, even with ghosting. So let's turn that off. And let's turn this off as well and play at medium settings now. So medium settings preset. Yeah, didn't enable motion blur. That's great. Can we actually play with rate? We can with the 1060. That's weird. Last time that I tested this on the 1060, I tried to run some ray tracing and it didn't work. It didn't show me the option to do it. Now it's working. Interesting. So, what have I done? Oh, okay, I clicked caps lock. Anyways, it's getting 30s. It's not unplayable, but it's getting pretty rough in my opinion. God damn it. It's gonna explode again, isn't it? Come on, we gotta go. It exploded. Alright, just gonna run around here for a little bit. I think I'm gonna die. Let's go. Let's go, V! We're good, we're good. I really need a car. Come on. That one will do, please. Where the heck are the other cars? There's another one there. This is it. Give me your car. Give me your car. I don't even care. You didn't give me your car, I will shoot you in the face. And you will give it anyways. It's a bit more sluggish for sure, guys. It's still playable. What just happened there? See, guys, see why I say that it's Cyberbug? I mean, I have my reasons, okay? Alright, let's go. Let's go again. I don't have a car anymore. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I want that one. Let's go. Well, how am I running so fast? I wasn't even running, actually. I need a car. Guys, where the heck is the car? This is it, right? Thank you. No, don't honk at me. I will take your car, buddy. Thank you very much. I'm failing to take control of a car with a dead person inside. Okay, now I could do it. Just want to check it out here in this street. What is happening there? Oh, they're making car babies. Okay, all right, you go at it. You should just do it in a less busy street, I guess, but that's fine. You do you. Maybe in the future people don't really care that cars are making babies out in the street. So it drops to 33 frames per second there on the minimum. So it is playable, it's just not really that great. Enabling FSR 2.0, however, will probably make it a heck of a lot better, aside from that ghosting. But wow, okay, 50s now. That is pretty impressive. All right, so I would definitely choose these settings instead of like 1080p low with FSR quality and get like 60 FPS average, because yes, it is below 60 FPS all of the time pretty much right now, but it looks so much better that I think it is worth the trade-off. You lose like 5 FPS compared to low with quality FSR 2.0, and you get way better visuals. I think it's worth it. What? How the heck did I die instantly? Back at it again. Let's go. The video is already way too long, probably, just because we're gonna test a ton of different settings and resolutions, and then it also starts killing me all of a sudden. So yeah, it's gonna be unnecessarily long, I guess. But so is my day. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. We're here. Bob is gone once again. Well, he's not gone. He's still there and alive. And what did he drop? What is that? It's his chair. Okay, it's a little bit of his chair. Anyway, around here, it's getting 40s. That's not bad, actually, in 50s. Yeah, once again, I would play this game with these settings. I think these are pretty adequate for a GTX 1060. So let's do high settings at 1080p resolution. And without the FSR 2.0 first, this is gonna be pretty bad. 30s. It's probably gonna drop already from 30 here. Yep, 29. It is not good. Giving it a little bit of an overclock will actually fix it and make it above 30 frames per second all of the time. But it is pretty much in the edge of playability, I would say. I don't like this. I don't like to be at 30 FPS average, basically, because that means that a slight variation like this one will put it below 30. And believe it or not, it is actually pretty noticeable whenever it drops from 30 FPS to 29 FPS. Some people say that, oh, it's not that big of a difference, but it actually is, weirdly. I don't know how as well, because it's only 1 frame per second, but I can instantly notice when a game is dropping from 30 frames. 26 1% lows is just not really playable for me, at least. And let's enable the FSR 2.0 on quality now. Okay, looking fantastic still, and now it's getting 40s, where we were getting 30s. That's pretty impressive. Oh, come on, get out, get out. Don't you even start with that. I do this every single day I play this game. You guys basically only live when I play this game, and you should be used to it. Goddamn AI doesn't learn anything in these games. All right, almost there with Bob. Ooh, that ghosting behind the other car was pretty extreme for a second there. But again, it's just a mod, so it's kind of excusable, I guess. Let's go around here, kill Bob again. He's not dead. His freaking chair is probably made of titanium or something, because yeah, he just stood there without a scratch. Goddamn Bob. Alright, instead of getting 30s and dropping below 30 this time around, we gained around like 10 to 15 frames per second basically, which is kind of insane while maintaining pretty much the same visuals. It's crazy to me how these technologies work, especially FSR 2.0. Like Nvidia with DLSS has that 16K image running on a supercomputer, and then it reconstructs the lower resolution with that 16K image. But FSR 2.0 can be implemented in any game. It's so weird. The algorithm is fantastic, in my opinion. It's a similar reconstruction technology to DLSS, but it's more implementable, I guess. Maybe, probably, right? I don't think Nvidia actually does that 16K thing anymore, though. Again, FSR 1.0 on quality will probably get around the same FPS as DLSS, FSR 2.0. It says DLSS there, so excuse me, all right. So there's that. And ultra settings looking absolutely gorgeous here at 1080p resolution, but it is insanely intensive. It's already at the cinematic frame rates, and that's not good. It's only good for movies, basically. So let's enable this. Set it back to 25% sharpness, which again doesn't really impact your FPS. Wow! Alright, it's running like high settings now on Ultra, with pretty much the same visuals. That's insane! Goodbye, Bob! And he doesn't die, and whenever he dies, he resurrects. So he is actually Jesus. Let's keep on going. They didn't see anything, of course, or maybe they just don't care about Bob. It's actually playable, guys. It hasn't dropped yet, did it? That's insane. Ultra settings is playable on a 1060 because of FSR 2.0 or 1.0. Depending on which version you use, but I strongly recommend 2.0 because it looks fantastic. Let's go this way. It might still probably drop, guys. Oh boy. Alright, we're good. Can't really turn that well, especially with 30-something FPS, so you can actually get used to it, but I am not used to it. So let's go this way now. 30s. It's the moment of truth, guys. 31. 33. Okay, it didn't drop from 30. It is playable at ultra settings. That's insane. That's really, really good. Here we go. 2560 by 1440 low settings preset now. Still applying, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of time. Okay, there we go. Start counting our FPS, and it is getting around the same FPS as 1080p high settings, this time at 1440p low settings. It might actually be getting slightly higher than the aforementioned resolution in settings, but what the hell? I say what the hell? This is my road, this is my game, I paid for it. You're just here because I don't even know why you're here. Let's keep on going. I think it dropped there because I felt a little slowdown when I was moving the mouse around, and now it's dropping to 29. Bye, Bob. How does he not die with that? I just don't understand. I really don't understand. Run away. Run away from who? Oh, I'm stuck again. Oh, now he dies. He touches the car and he dies. Of course. Alright, we need a car. I think the FOV is actually pretty small. I forgot to change that. But it doesn't really matter too much. Come on, I really need a car. Actually, first of all, I am gonna go ahead and enable some FSR 2.0. Yes, on quality. Looking really good. The higher the resolution you run the game at, the better these upscaling technologies will look. And let's do this. Start counting the FPS right now. We went from 30 again to 40s. That's insane. Basically, the 1060 wasn't really playable at 1440p, and now it is. Although it is low settings as well. Oh my god, the car is almost exploding. It's on fire already. Okay, one more shot and I think it will stop working. I'm surprised that it's still working. What the hell is that? There is a ton of smoke there. This GPU actually shines more at 1080p resolution, so I would stick with that. But if you do have a 1440p monitor, or you want to get a 1440p monitor but you can't really get a GPU yet, you can still play this game at 1440p with the 1060 and have a little of fun with it. You know, 40 FPS is playable. It's just that on high settings it looked better with FSR 2.0 at 1080p, and it performed around the same, if not slightly better than this. Alright, medium settings preset now, and I think I'm just gonna test it with FSR 2.0 right away, because we all know that it's not gonna be playable now, okay? As you can see, it's in the 20s. So there's no need for testing it with native resolution. Let's go. Quality, FSR 2.0. Wow, holy crap. That's actually really good. Okay, it looks pretty damn nice here at 1440p with quality FSR 2.0 medium settings. This could be an option, honestly, guys. I mean, again, I would still choose the 1080p res, but if you do have the 1440p monitor, which is not crazy, you know, because I actually ran a 1440p monitor with the 1060 for a few years back in the days, and it was capable at 1440p in games like from 2018 and older. Yeah, it's pretty decent still. I'm surprised here. It's not dropping. Wow. FSR, guys. FSR makes all of the difference. It was getting like 26 FPS in a not so demanding area in the benchmark run, and now it's getting 30 plus basically all of the time. Alright, here we are. 35. Still not intensive. Okay, 32 there. And getting out of this tunnel here, it should drop. Okay, 33. Yeah, oh, this is 100% playable. Especially if you have a controller and lock the FPS to 30. It's gonna be pretty damn good. With FSR 2.0 on quality. It wasn't even on balanced. And you can play on balanced at 1440p. It still looks pretty damn nice, honestly. And it's getting 40s again. Wow. It doesn't really make that much of a difference, honestly. I usually think that from quality to balanced, it will be a bigger jump in performance. But you know, it looks almost the same and it gets slightly higher FPS, I guess. It's alright. But I would still pick like quality, I think. Not dropping here, 36. Okay, I think it's gonna explode. And I'm gonna die maybe in just a little bit. Nope, yeah, didn't die, I didn't die. I see the fire effects actually from really up close. Not a problem. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I am on fire, I think. Maybe not anymore. Alright, more explosions. Kill them bastards. Kill them bastards trying to ruin our benchmark run. What they don't know is that the benchmark run is already over. I'm not sure if we should, but let's try high settings. Why not, right? With balanced FSR 2.0 because it looked pretty much the same as quality. Just gonna quickly see it in Bob's roundabout. Because that's also pretty intensive. It might actually drop here at these settings, guys. I am gonna be really surprised if it doesn't. We've seen like 31 already. Let's go. Goodbye. No, not goodbye yet. Of course, that guy just survives everything. Driving around here, it is not really dropping all that much. It's getting like 32 minimum so far. That's pretty impressive. I mean, it can still be playable, especially if you overclock the GPU a little bit. It will still be playable at high settings using balanced FSR 2.0 and 1440p. That's just incredible to me, guys. That's just incredible because this is a super intensive title. It runs super badly, basically, in pretty much everything, but FSR is a lifesaver. And this is gonna be 4K now, so it's gonna be terrible. Here we go, 3840 by 2160, low settings. This is out of the realm of the GTX 1060 for sure. You should not do this. But I'm gonna be really surprised if FSR 2.0 makes it playable. Oh boy, 17, 18 frames per second. That's really terrible. I can't really do anything here like this. I can't even do it without being like this. So quality FSR 2.0. Yeah, still not enough for 30 frames per second, of course. What about balanced? Looks really good. It really does look like native 4K resolution like this on balanced FSR 2.0. I can't see a shimmery edge, guys. Maybe in those power lines there at the end of the road, but it's so far away it doesn't even matter. Wow, that's insane. It's getting close to 30 FPS, but it still drops a lot actually. So I still don't recommend this. Well, I don't recommend the 4K experience whatsoever at all. Performance FSR. Now I can see a little bit of shimmery, and we only gained about 3 frames, so I think it will still drop around here, guys. 30. Okay, it's holding up a little bit. I guess with an overclock, it will be a 30 plus FPS experience all of the time. You can lock it to 30 and play like this, but why would you, right? just drop the resolution, play at higher settings, it will look better, and just not as detailed, yes, but it will look better. It's still pretty impressive that it can actually play this game at 4K these days because of FSR, although it's kind of soft for 4K res. I'm running a 4K panel and I can definitely see that it's not native resolution, but if you distract yourself playing the game, you're gonna forget about that basically, and it's still pretty alright looking. Oh boy. Alright, I'm really surprised that it didn't drop though. What about ultra performance FSR 2.0? It's gonna look like crap basically. Yeah, you can see a lot of shimmery now. Shimmery edges, that is, and it is in the 40s. It's pretty impressive still. It doesn't look like 4K anymore though, so meh. Let's disable this and let's do the last resolution of the video, 8K 7680 by 4320. Hopefully it won't crash. That's really tiny, it's what she said, so I am gonna make it a little bit bigger. That's what I said. No, here we go. This is it. This is as big as it goes. And we're still using the lowest settings and native resolution at the moment. Oh my god. Okay, it actually is working. Damn, I think the 1050 Ti actually crashed at 8K resolution native. This is still rolling, 3 frames per second. That's pretty impressive that a 1060 is not crashing here. Even the mouse feels laggy in the menu. That's not usually the case, you know, but we're getting 17 FPS, yeah. Quality FSR 2.0 at 8K res. Oh boy. And it almost doubles our FPS sometimes, but yeah. It's like a 25% improvement, just like we've seen with other resolutions as well, I guess. 30% improvement sometimes. Basically, at this point, we are truly VRAM bound, and you can't really do anything to make it playable, unfortunately. Oh boy, that's terrible. Okay, alright, let's drop it more. I'm curious to see like performance FSR 2.0 at 8K resolution, so we're gonna drop it down to performance right away. It still looks fantastic. Holy crap, dude. It's still super sharp even at the distance here using performance FSR 2.0, but it still gets 9 FPS, not even good enough for double digits. This is just for science at this point, obviously, but... And now, Ultra Performance FSR 2.0 for the ending, and it gives us 3 extra frames per second. It's not VRAM bound anymore, by the way, or at least... No, it is. It still is. But it doesn't really make that much of a difference if I used, for example, low textures with this resolution and settings, because it's just that the GPU itself, it doesn't have the power anyway to run it at a decent frame rate. Still incredible that I am able to drive around at 8K resolution with this, although it's nowhere near 8K right now because of Ultra Performance FSR. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope it was informative to you. I can see tons, so much ghosting right now at these low FPS and 8K. Wow, that's insane. It actually makes the car bigger, this ghosting type. I've never seen that before. Look at that. So weird. And how am I playing this with 12 FPS? I don't even know. Maybe it's because it's not stuttery, so it's a playable 12 FPS. Yeah, that's it, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye.